Morning, welcome to One Financial Markets Morning Commentary. I'm Andrew Johnston. Yesterday was another interesting, just boring again day across all asset classes. If we look at the Dow, was one that really, really appreciated. It started to retrace its sell-off. It actually retraced the sell-off it had on the, I believe that's the 11th. The 10th, and it's retraced it fully now. So that's all done and dusted. We kind of figured that one out. The things of note that have come out over the news lines overnight are of interest. Wall Street Journal just posted at just 11:15 last night, basically that North Korea had decided not to launch a threatened missile attack on Guam. So, from the trades that we were looking at in terms of a risk off and people putting their portfolios and moving their positions into less riskier assets or at least assets which will protect them from global catastrophe, which we were looking at. We have now had a retracement. So if we're going to look at the dollar yen, as soon as the release of the statement came out, we've had an 85 pip move to the upside. People buying dollars and selling yen. Previously, before, people were selling dollars and buying yen. Buying yen being the one, the currency that people, and Swiss is another one, currency people go to when as a safe haven. This is reversed now because of the statement which was released by Wall Street Journal, and it's a completely just macro event. It's not micro. It's just a news headline, and traders have jumped on the back of it as a sign in order to take off existing shorts or to have hot money to take quick money on the upside. We also had the other risk averse or safe haven product. If you want gold, we've had an $8 drop over the session from 11 o'clock until now. Once again, all people, the fear factor is dying down, and people are taking off positions or getting out and just reassessing where the political sentiment is in North Korea. And China's now intervened and given them, I think, probably a little slap around the bottom, just to let them know not to start messing around. However, someone saying they're not going to do something doesn't mean they still can't do it, or it doesn't mean they still won't do it. So if we get another emergency headline saying North Korea's tested 3 ballistic missiles, all tests gone well, this is all going to change. The threat is potentially still there. Whether they're capable of doing it or not, it's still a threat. And South Korea is still, I think it's only like 38 miles away, so it's still an option that could be on the card. So this is all just the short-term traders, people getting out, reassessing their positions, just back on the news feed. So it doesn't surprise me. You usually get stuff like this after events or news events where the market quickly moves to the upside or downside depending on what the news line is, and then it reassesses it. People get their heads together and understand that maybe it was a bit flippant, a bit quick to say things that were said. Trump I'm talking about, and then everyone starts to just calm down and the market reassesses it again. So the fact that this statement's come out from the Wall Street Journal doesn't mean that it's over. It just means the market's reassessing the risk on, risk off status at the moment. So what we've got today, as I say, figures yesterday were just, I'm not personally not paying attention to them at the moment because they're just so redundant and boring. However, we do have a massive influx of data today, and the core of it is UK bound. CPIs, RPIs, PPIs, all data releases out at 9:30, all inflationary numbers. So good numbers should be bullish for the sterling, but then if it's bullish for the sterling goes up, then they think about raising rates. The UK market can't take a rate hike at the moment, so a good number could also be a bad number, and so it's just really how the market interprets it. If they are good numbers, we'll probably see a spike in sterling. but then the eventual sort of understanding that they can't hike rates, and if inflation is going to be causing a problem in the next 6 to 12 months, then that's something that have to take consideration, and the economy cannot handle a rate hike at the moment. Whether or not the figures say that, the real economy can't. So we'll wait for those figures at 9:30. CPI month on month is supposed to be flat, with a survey of flat, which I mean year on year we're looking at is 2.7 survey with a prior of 2.6. Yeah, I mean they're either small surveys. Surveys are there are small downs or small ups between the survey and the prior. All a mishmash. There's about 12, 13, 14 different figures that come out all at 9:30, all around this. You've got month on CPI, month on month, year on years, core year on years, RPI, month on month, year on year, PPIs, inputs, outputs, core inputs, core outputs. It's just, you cannot make sense out of all of it. So we'll just look at the core CPI month to month and RPI month to month and see if there's any change there. And it's looking like they're basically being quoted as to be very flat or a small change, but we'll just have to see how that pans out in terms of the figures today, and to see what the movement is. I mean, the way that it should work, a higher than expected reading should be taken as a positive for the sterling, with a lower than expected reading should be taken as a negative for the sterling. However, we then have to factor in what if the sterling goes up, and the CPI are all measures of goods and services that are from the perspective of the consumer pricing. If there's inflation involved, then there also could be the potential for the government, the UK, to control the inflation. And the way they control the inflation is by raising rates, and they can't do that. So there's the bigger picture that's gone on today, but the instant trading over it will be on the figures, and then we just have to look at the picture after that. So apart from that, then in the afternoon we've got some US figures, retail sales, export prices, business inventories. So we have actually got a lot of data out today, which could have some effect on the market. But we have got this undertone of of North Korea, Trump in the background. And if you've been looking on the news wires, you've been seeing Trump is basically backtracking, trying to cover his ass after his major political mess up and not condoning the events in Charlottesville. If you have any common sense, you notice there's something really horrible happening in the US at the moment in terms of the diversity of asset classes and religions and colours and creeds, and for a president of the United States or a global world leader as he's supposed to be, not to condone that immediately is quite is just astonishing. So we keep our eye, and then the Dow goes higher. So obviously someone's got some confidence in him and his policies and his ideologies. But I'm so confused over at the moment. Anyway, let's just get back to the markets. I digress on my political alliances or feelings, but I digress. We've got CPI, RPI, PPI UK this morning at 9:30. Retail sales, export prices in the US at 1:30 this afternoon. This is BST. And we just keep our eyes on the news and headlines for any developments in North Korea, China, and Asia, and Venezuela even. Trump wants to get involved in there now. So let's just keep our eyes on the headlines. But from the front lines, I'll speak to you tomorrow.